Hello there, my name is Isheanopa Rufu, student number S1113447, and welcome to Zimbabwe, a world of wonders.
Welcome to Harare, the Sunshine City. Come on!
Zimbabwe is a landlocked country found in the southern region of Africa, between latitudes 15 degrees and 22 degrees south of the equator, and between longitudes 25 degrees and 33 degrees east of the Greenwich Meridian. It is bordered by South Africa to the south, Botswana to the southwest, Zambia to the north, and Mozambique to the east. Zimbabwe has 10 administrative provinces, and Harare is our capital city in the northeastern part of the country. The economy of Zimbabwe is agro-based, contributing between 15 and 18% each year to the GDP. I live in Harare, which is the hub of formal and informal commercial activities, as well as the home of most government offices. The city is 1,494 meters above sea level and covers a total land area of approximately 830 square kilometers of Zimbabwe's 390,757 square kilometers. It has a population of around 1.6 million people in a country with close to 13 million people, making it the most populous city in Zimbabwe. Harare has a tarred road network stretching close to 4,000 kilometers in a country with 18,601 kilometers of tarred road. The city has slightly more than 10 buildings taller than 70 meters and 4 skyscrapers above 100 meters. Harare has a number of suburbs categorized into peri-urban, high density, medium as well as low density. It is home to several headquarters of companies. It also houses a number of manufacturing and communication industries, as well as a thermal power generating station. The city has recently witnessed the proliferation of urban agriculture, formally recognized by the government in 2013.
This is an example of an area in Harare where early urban agriculture is being practiced, and as you can see, it's right close to the road.
Zimbabwe is divided into 5 agroecological regions on the basis of rainfall, temperature, and other factors. Harare is in Region 2 and its climate is classified under the subtropical highland variety. As with the rest of the country, the city has 4 main weather conditions. The cool season runs from mid-May to August, the hot season from September to mid-November, the main rainy season runs from mid-November to mid-March, and the post-rainy season from mid-March to mid-May. The average temperature for the year is 19 degrees Celsius. The lowest minimum temperatures are recorded in June or July, and the highest maximum temperatures in October, or if the rains are delayed in November. The mean monthly temperature varies from 15 degrees Celsius in July to 24 degrees Celsius in November. The average amount of rain for the year in Harare is 840 millimeters, and January receives approximately 190 millimeters. The month with the least precipitation is June with an average of 2 millimeters. There are roughly 107 days of rain in a year, with most precipitation occurring in January with 19 days and the least precipitation occurring in July with an average of 1 day. Harare's reliable rainfall and generally good soils makes it suitable for intensive cropping and livestock production. Region 2 accounts for 75 to 80% of the area planted to crops in Zimbabwe. It is also suitable for intensive livestock production based on pastures and pen fattening utilizing crop residues and grain. Harare experienced 2 extreme ends of heat and rainfall weather conditions in quick succession in the last 2 years. That is the El Nino-induced drought in the 2015 to 2016 rainfall season and the cyclone Dineo 2016 to 2017 rainfall floods. Harare and the rest of the country recorded its highest and lowest temperatures in 2017, reaching 35 degrees Celsius and 7 degrees Celsius respectively. The 2016 drought affected the whole country's agricultural sector, and for Harare it largely affected the peri-urban farmers. The Zimbabwe Vulnerability Assessment Committee 2016 Urban Livelihoods Assessment reported that Harare had the highest food insecure population of about 322,205 people. A drought disaster domestic and international appeal for assistance was launched. The ensuing 2016 to 2017 rainfall floods, which were more disastrous in the southwestern parts of the country, warranting another state domestic and international appeal for assistance, also resulted in loss of property in Harare. The floods tore into houses, breaking window panes and doors, and in some instances washing away property such as refrigerators, couches and television sets. Trees were uprooted, a bridge was swept away, precast walls collapsed, while the floods also swept away crops and livestock. The 2017-2018 rainfall season, which has commenced, is expected to be characterized by normal to above normal rainfall as expounded by the Meteorological Department. Regionally, the southern part of Africa is poised to experience extreme ends of temperatures with record-breaking hot summers and cold winters. The IPCC 5th Assessment Report indicates high confidence in the projections of more heatwaves in the region, which could also lead to severe droughts. Southern African winters are tipped to be dry as a result of the forward displacement of mid-latitude storm tracks. According to the IPCC 5th Assessment Report, the region is projected to receive less rainfall in the first half of the 21st century. This is, however, said to change beyond the other half of the century, as the region is projected to receive substantial rainfall, thereby increasing the chances of floods. The special report on emission scenarios highlights that warming projections under medium emission scenarios will result in temperature increase by more than 2 degrees Celsius in the last 2 decades of the 21st century in parts of Africa, including Southern Africa. Under a high representative concentration pathway, temperatures could increase by margins between 3 degrees Celsius and 6 degrees Celsius. It is likely that land temperatures over Africa will rise faster than the global land average, particularly in the more arid regions. The rate of increase in minimum temperatures will exceed that of maximum temperatures. Generally, the region is set to experience record high temperatures and rainfall amounts in the 21st century, as already chronicled earlier on what transpired in Harare and in Zimbabwe as a whole in the past 2 years. Extreme weather conditions such as heat waves have negative implications in Harare. The informal sector, the health sector, and farmers are the groups that are largely affected by heat waves. The informal sector operating in open spaces is exposed to heat, which increases their chances of heat strokes and could have detrimental effects on their health. The health sector is affected particularly on the care of the elderly and infants. The need for them to be hydrated becomes more imperative during heat waves in order to avoid any fatalities. Harare, being part of Zimbabwe's agriculture system, will also have farmers experiencing crop failure and livestock mortality if both are not adequately irrigated and hydrated respectively. As highlighted earlier, floods have been known to destroy properties, roads and bridges. Flooding disrupts the mobility of traffic, thereby affecting transport system and the movement of goods and services. The flooding of offices such as experienced in Harare early in 2017 also disrupts commercial activities. The Harare City Council has largely attributed these floods to poor drainage systems, a challenge they are seized with, and development on the hillsides that has extended to the valley floors. Farmers are not spared either by such weather conditions. Excessive water results in the soil leaching and subsequent crop failure. Extreme weather conditions experienced in Harare, particularly floods, have a disruptive transboundary impact, especially on the transport system. Harare, being the commercial hub of the country, requires an efficient transport system, and hence any disruptions will negatively affect the economy. The working class will fail to report for work, and school children will fail to attend class. Some workers and students live in nearby towns and cities such as Marondera, Chitungwiza and Norton, only to mention a few. In addition, most traffic plying Zimbabwe's north-south corridor, that is Zambia to South Africa or vice versa, pass through Harare. As a result, disruptions in the transport system could delay traffic in transit. Detected shifts in the start of the wet season in Harare and the whole country in general has warranted the call to revise the country's agroecological regions. The start of the season has been delayed of late. The Meteorological Department has been urged to timeously disseminate weather forecasts to farmers in order for them to make informed decisions and avoid crop failure, which has a bearing on the country's agricultural sector and overall production.
I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
This land, our land, is our Zimbabwe, a land of peace for you and me, once born in pain and segregation, but now we live in harmony. Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This